Hi. All right, metalheads, this is DJ REM, and I have Arlith from the band Ninnagesh. How are you today?
Okay, Spencer, I am well. And first, I have to thank you for this opportunity, and it's a pleasure to stay talking with you, man.
Yes, I'm very happy to talk to you guys too. To you too. I love your music. I personally am not.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not. I'm not a huge black metal fan, but when I heard you guys, I was like, these guys shred. You're very good. I really like it.
Right, thanks.
So yeah,
Well,
let's go ahead and start with what's going on with you right now.
well, Ninnagesh is a black metal band from Colombia. Actually, we are the same two people that recorded the first album some years ago. I am the bassist of the band, and I make some other things with Hugo Gallego, the guitarist and founder of the band.
And what was that? What was that creative spark that got the band started in the beginning?
Okay, Ninnagesh is a black metal band from Ibagué, Colombia. It began as a solitary project by Hugo Gallego in 1999 in the city of Bogota. With a wide musical experience, the professional young music graduate of the Youth Symphony Orchestra of Colombia began to compose some songs under influence of many black metal bands. In 2001, for family and personal reasons, he had to move to Ibagué City, where he met me and told me about.
So is there a message in your music you're trying to communicate to the world?
I define the sound of Ninnagesh as a powerful sound, a sound that experiments and transcended. But we're all living the concept of that we do. The lyrics of Ninnagesh talk about many things ever we try to touch many times like internal darkness, dimensions, satanism, and clearly you can see these talks in the Cult album. I think that the most important influence of the lyric of Nina Hesh are personal experience. With the passage of the time, you can understand the real sense of the life and put all this experience in your music. The lyrics themes of the Cult album are very different than the first and the second album. We leave aside the dark lyrics and try to be more cosmic in their last album, but in general, the issues that we deal in our songs cover many things. Nina Hesh Power, the reality is a special thing that we draw many attention. For example, the mystical force that gives us the cosmos. We use a small part of this thought in our last album. We did a good job on this album, both the lyrics and musically.
Okay. And how often do you work on this music in practice?
Okay, we usually play 3 or 4 times per week. We love our band. We practice ever we can, but sometimes it's very hard because we are very busy people. I study all the time because I am doing 2 career professionals, and Hugo study too, and he teach music for small children in important college of the city. Other important thing is that we don't have a drummer all the time. We talk with musicians for play the drums when we will go on tour or any gig here in Colombia. We worked with many drummers, all excellent persons and musicians. But the sense of the band is that we must be 2 people all the time. And then actually, we are working with a good drummer called Anthony Pretel. We will play with this guy in some shows in Mexico for the last months of this year.
And that kind of leads me to the next question. What's the music scene like in Colombia?
Uh, The music sign of Ninnagesh is very interesting because we bang our heads all the time. We have a special green fire on the stage, and it's very striking because for the moment I didn't see green fire in any band show. We have a big curtain with the Ninnagesh logo made by Hugo and me. Our fans love this curtain. Ever that we play, we put it on the stage. For this reason, ever we need a big room for play. Other important thing is that live on the stage, we are very clean. Ninnagesh have excellent equipment for play in live shows. Instruments, pedals, sounds, consoles, all this for sound exactly to the sound that we have on the albums. The musical progress over the years, I think that has grown a lot. We have learned and experimented many things with our music. Fortunately, people love our music, and that's what really matters to us. For the future, we want our music continues involve the people to continue trying to do something new but enjoyable for the fans.
Very nice. Where'd you record your current album at?
At the moment, we have three professional albums called Sometimes Before the Live on the Devil Was God, Oculta album and the Absoluta album. The first album was recorded by Hugo in our studio. All the songs was mixing and mastering for us. The studio are located in a near town of Ibagué. For these times we had many equipment for record. The final result was very great. All the instruments were recorded for us in August of 20 and 3. For these years following the widespread of use of this album from us, the material of Ninnagesh came to Laurie Steele, developer and producer of a Canadian metal company called Steele Entertainment, that made our music be heard more in some cities of Ontario and north of the United States, as Michigan, Wisconsin, and New York. With great joy and expectations, we began to compose that will be our second album, called Occulta. The recording of this album begins in November of 2005. After months of hard work, we sent the material to Kunajaberry Studios in Finland for have a professional work and give a excellent and clean material to the fans. With the Absoluta album was the same process. We did record here and send the material to Finland.
Very nice.
Yes.
So, what got you into music, and what made you want to do this? What were your influences to get into metal and just do this whole thing?
Okay, Ninnagesh is a black metal band with many technique influence. We try to make an excellent material for our listenings. The bands and musical styles that have influencing on our music are many bands as Immortal, Emperor, Gorgor, Battery, among many other black metal bands. We also have many influence of Colombian music. We has grown with this music. Nowadays we listen all the types of music. I think that every type of music have something to contribute in our music, other music than the metal. All the band members have musical influence and taste very different that make us share and bring some originality. For example, I like the typical Colombian music of different Colombian regions as the salsa music, merengue, and others. And we put all this in the Ninnagesh music. I think that if you want to be an excellent musician, you have to love all the music.
And I would totally agree with that. The more influence you have, the more it comes out and the more unique your sound is.
Yes.
So what makes you guys stand out? Why should people listen to you guys?
Okay, our music is directed to all the persons. You can listen very different types of music in the Ninnagesh music. A very string metal song with fast riff, and after you can listen a very quiet song like Opening the Hell Gates, Waiting the End of Time, Vulnerable a las Estrellas, from the In Times Before the Live on the Devil Was God album, or When the Waters Fall in the Absoluta album. Ever the intros of all albums are very relaxing, preparing you for a real metal discharge, and the outros make you feel the real calm after the apocalypse, when you have not more to do and the only thing that you can do is wait for your death. For this reason, the people love our music and it's very rewarding from Hugo and me.
Very good. And I'm always curious to know, especially when I talk to a band from outside the United States, what are some of your favorite American bands that you like?
Uh, as you know, the metal is a big world. Each country, each continent have a lot of excellent bands, and America is not the section. I like bands of cult like Bon, Absu, Averse Sephira, God War, Shastur, Judas Iscariot, and other a little more news like a Velvet Cannon, Shouse Moon. And America not only have excellent black metal bands. One of my favorite bands is Overkill. I had the opportunity of these guys in a big festival called Rock al Parque, and the show was really awesome. Slayer, Toxic, Manila Rod, has a great bands too. Ever I listen these bands make me happy. I feel many things. I forgot many bands, but the powerful sound of the North American bands is very short. Canada have a lot of good bands too, especially the French bands of Ninnagesh. All they are black metal bands. For example, Silbus and Wild of the Ancients from Toronto have a consistent sound. And I take this opportunity for say hello to my friends Zachary Da Costa and Tristan Bigart.
Very cool. And I heard you mention Overkill, and I love Overkill. So
Yeah.
horns high, brother. What What's your view of the recording industry these days? I mean, obviously it has turned upside down from where it was probably like 10 years ago. So what's your view of the whole thing?
Well, the metal is a very hard work, especially in South America, in South American countries, wherein the metal is a forbidden music. It's a very underground movement. To success, you have to invest many time and lots of money, talk with many people, and wait for many replies, which often are not satisfactory. The world have a lot of great bands, but the labels are not interested in you if you don't have certain degree of popularity in design. It's a hard truth. For this reason, we must support us between ourselves and still make with the metal the thing that we have achieved so far, a real underground world. Talking about Ninnagesh, we have the support of some labels and many booking agencies. The reception being to the music from the worldwide black metal fans are very great. Many people love the Ninnagesh music, especially in Canada and Netherlands, and now in USA. We did play some shows in these countries, and the acceptance of the people was really excellent. The people loved the Ninnagesh music live and the Ninnagesh music in audio.
Very nice. So on that note, what other gigs do you have lined up for the near future right now?
On this moment, Ninnagesh are working with in their fourth album, which we'll call it Inferno. Now we are recording it. When we finish the final work, we will send to Finland and wait for half the which will be final product of this production. For the moment, we have 12 shows confirmed in the heartland of Mexico. We are very excited because we always want to play in this country, and now we have the opportunity. For the moment, it is all. But we are searching play in the most important festival in Colombia. I am waiting a good reply for the organizers. I think that we will have the opportunity, but we must wait.
Yep, exactly. Well, good luck to you. I wish you all the best there.
Yes.
What if I was to grab your iPod or your MP3 player from you right now, what would I find you personally listening to right now?
Nice question. On this moment, I am listening Myths of Metal of Demoniac from New Zealand. I love this band because it's a very fast band, but at the same time, it's a very technical band. But the band is split because three of the members went on to Dragon Force. Their rather unique musical style has often been labeled as a blackened power metal. It's an excellent black metal band.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100%. I think we kind of touched on this, but I'm just gonna ask it again. How did you guys? How long have you guys all been together, and who started the band originally?
Okay, as I said before, Ninnagesh started like a one-man band in 1999 by Hugo Gallego on the city of Bogota. Since the 2002, we are working together a little more of 10 years. Hugo Gallego started with the band, and we are the only members in all the story of the band. I am very happy with my band, and I think that I will stay in Ninnagesh for a long time.
Well, good. I hope you do, because like I said before, I really dig you guys. So keep it up.
Yes. Okay. The meaning and the inspiration behind the band's name simply is Ninnagesh. This comes from an ancient Indian culture. Is all that exists. Is the door that illuminates the ancient cosmos. Is the secret of the universal force, and is reflected at the same time. The energy of the seas. The energy of the seas is the awakening of the life. It's the power that can transform the ghost in beast, and is the evil in the deep. Is the creation of the moon, the revival of the centuries. He illuminate the breaking of the wolves. Is just parts of the future and the past. He born before he died, and is the same force which it's crowned with the stars. In general, is the silence before the creation and the silence before the apocalypse. Aside is a curious name because we are the only band in the world with this name, and this is a very important, the originality and that the people know who are Ninnagesh.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Where can people buy your music? If they hear it on my show and they're like, "Man, I want to buy this." Where can they buy it?
Cool. If some person are interested in buy or listen more the Ninnagesh music, can write me to brian@hotmail.com or ninnageshband@gmail.com. Actually, we have some copies of the Culta and Absoluta album finished edition under Blackhead Records.
Very nice. Okay, and I might be looking. You may be getting a request from me personally to buy one of those. So just heads up.
Yes, of course.
What's your favorite song to perform live right now?
To be honest, I like play all the Ninnagesh songs because all they are very fast and difficult to play. So all the time in the stage you are fighting against the distractions, and in a live shows you can make mistakes because well the songs will sound very bad, and the musical harmony will be lost. For this reason, I love playing in a hash. About what is my favorite song to perform, I think that is Nocturnal Language. I have the thought that this song is our hymn. I love play too and through rain and Territorial Eternally from the Absoluta album, but in general, I am happy playing all the Ninnagesh songs.
Very cool. So let's talk about the artwork. Who designed this? You sent me that picture. That awesome. Is that the cover of the album?
Okay, I design all this. I am designer, and I made all the covers of our albums. And now I made excellent work with the cover of the last album, Infernal. Usually, I use Photoshop or ZBrush for design the principal characters of the album cover in 3D. This is a very amusing because it's similar to the music. You can pass many hours playing and composing different things, and with these programs, it's similar because you can make many ideas.
Yeah, and I tell you, when you sent that to me, I was like, man, that thing rocks. So good, great job, dude.
Yes, thanks for saying that.
So, what advice do you have for other bands out there that are trying to do something in the music business?
Um, well, the advice for other bands trying to get out and be heard is this: ever be strong with your songs. Make a good music and a music with new things. Many bands make the same or do the same things that other bands, and this is the problem of the metal. Many bands are equals and the listeners don't show interest on this band. The metal fans all the time are searching new bands with a strange and crazy influence, something new, but without leave the true metal sense.
Yep. So what do you like to do to relax when you're not recording and writing and playing music and going to school and everything you're doing? What do you do to relax?
Okay, in our free time we have many interests. Our interests really are many things: social, motorcycles, cooking, reading, traveling the world, know countries, cities, cultures, and especially no new friends. Anything that can satisfy us as individuals, and so to enrich our music in some sense. We have many friends in the world and many friends in Colombia, and we we like visit all these friends and travel all the Colombian territory. Currently, we are working with a Finnish label called Blackhead Records. It's a label from Finland. With this, we have direct contact with countries like Austria, Poland, Russia, Italy, Switzerland, Germany, and of course all Scandinavia. Really, we would like to work together with American label, and we have some contacts in America. We have received proposals, but I personally think that they are not serious people we wish one to work. But in summary, we would like work with a North American label.
Okay, very cool. Well, that's all I have to all the questions I have. I want to sincerely thank you for taking the time to talk to me and tell me about your band, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, man, it really was a pleasure respond all your questions, and it's an honor. It's an honor to stay talking with you. I hope that we can talk together again. And thanks you for all. And I say